Hey Gemini, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless reading for you. It's going to be very in-depth. We're going to be talking about the two big ones, love and money. And I just heard a huge crack of thunder, so that's exciting. Don't take it as a sign. I think it's just ambiance. If you've never been to my channel before, thanks for giving it a try. I hope this is enjoyable and insightful. We start with an oracle card usually. This is called the Mudra deck. And there's a hand gesture that goes with the prayer, aka affirmation. And I like that. I like that it takes it into the physical realm. You can do this during the reading while I pull your cards, or you can even do it while you meditate or sleep. If you haven't yet, thanks in advance. You got two. For hitting the like button, consider subscribing, becoming a friend. All right, you guys, we have cheerfulness, take a deep breath, and we have stability. I shall keep going. Wow, isn't that like making lemonade, right? This is putting your best foot forward for sure. Speaking of which, I like to pray for you guys, and I always encourage all of us to do it for each other. It's one of those channels. If you'd like for us to pray for you, say hi in the comment section, or even leave a little emoji. That works too. It's just something that represents your energy that we can focus on. Lifts us up, lifts you up. So we'll start with cheerfulness. This is where you put your two knuckles, the middle fingers, two knuckles together if you can, and you just kind of stick out all the fingers. It's an interesting, it looks like a crazy shadow puppet. And it says, take a deep breath. I am filled with the energy of life. So while you're doing this hand gesture, imagine how you are inhaling masses of light and colorful prana, the energy of life. The prana makes your whole chest and lungs vibrate with life. This mudra is meant to help relieve all kinds of lung complaints. Yeah, they all correlate to the body as well. Isn't that cool? In chronic cases, practice this mudra 4 times daily for about 10 minutes. So if you have cold right now or asthma. And it goes on to say, sorrow, grief, and worry are often associated with weak lungs. Interesting. Sometimes these emotions are below the level of consciousness. All that the affected person is aware of is his or her inability to be glad about anything. He, she reacts pessimistically, he, she, or they reacts pessimistically and cynically to everything that happens. So breathe deeply, slowly, and deliberately. After filling your lungs, keep your breath for 3 to 7 seconds and breathe out fully. There's an in-depth mudra for you. Next, we have stability, and this is where you take your thumb and your finger and ring finger and put them together. And it's interesting, for both of these, there's a real good stretch in the wrist. They're not super easy to do. And it says, I shall keep going. My inner fire possesses me. My inner fire possesses me, strengthens me, and reveals to me my abilities and my possibilities. We are much stronger and resilient than we think we are. A constructive and positive inner attitude helps us to activate and use the latent staying power within us. Imagine that there's a fire burning in your innards, which gets more and more powerful with every breath you take. The fire is there to strengthen and rejuvenate your body, to warm your heart, and to clarify and enlighten your mind. And this strengthens the eyes. That's the body part that it correlates to. It brings inner peace and stamina as well as confidence. All right, you guys. Sorry, my nose is itching like crazy, which is a good sign. But sorry, it's itching like crazy. I always have to pay attention when it starts itching. And it really started itching with stability for some reason. I shall keep going. Cheerfulness. Take a deep breath, looking at the lighter side of life. And here come all the clouds. Talk about ambiance. It just got 2 shades darker outside. You know that it's only about 2 in the afternoon right now. All right, you guys, this is timeless. This is going to be an extended reading, so I want it to feel like a personal reading. So, but much, much cheaper. It's about the price of a cup of coffee. If you choose to continue, that link will be in the description box below, as well as any personal reading links. Okay, so starting with the topic of money, then we'll move on to love. But money for my Geminis, what do they need to know at the time of viewing this? Please make it clear. We only take the cards that fly out, and if they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. It's a living, breathing conversation with the tarot. We start with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is a nurturing queen. Sometimes people liken this to the energy of a mother in a sense, because there's a practicality to the way that she nurtures. But that's just grazing the surface. We'll get a little bit more out And it's a great queen, great energy to get out in a money reading. I will say that because of that practicality. She's holding the coin, for God's sakes. We've got the Four of Wands. This is looking really cool. Gemini and money. Okay, there we have it. Nine of Swords. Gemini and money. At the time of seeing this, please make it clear. And Two of Wands. You might be looking at options, might be making some plans. I'm going to get a little bit more clarity before I start yapping. And Three of Wands. Okay. Just like your problem solving. Looks good though. Okay, you've got a lot of swords here. That means you're very much in your head. It feels like problem solving. Some of you guys are recovering after something, but honestly, it looks like you're going to be making new plans very soon. There has been some anxiety, maybe some time ruminating, thinking about trying to be as practical as possible. What I love about this actually is that there's no cups. And man, I'm a Pisces. I love the cups, right? They represent all the emotions, all the zhuzh in life. But with money and career, it's really nice to have all these swords. I got to say, it's nice to have pentacles. So ultimately, one more, and then I'll start talking a little bit more. Just want to be thorough for y'all. Awesome. Gosh, you are so cool, Gemini. All right, let me tell you why. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Swords. So it seems like if you guys have experienced being kind of pushed off your equilibrium, like you're standing up straight and somebody comes along and just kind of nudges you when you least expect it, you're not going to lose your footing, but there's a moment where you're like, okay? So this is this Nine of Swords. So you might be overthinking, you might be worrying, you might be but it breaks out into strategy, and this breaks out into abundance. There is an ending here. Like we said, there's a Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. We do have the Death card. It's really important to say, now if this is resonating so far, Gemini, I want you to know that this ending was always supposed to happen. It's because we're getting the Death card. The Death card comes in when literally a season of some sort is over. Look how dark it's getting. When a season is over, when it's come to an end, and it was meant to. It's kind of like you got to let those leaves crumple, dry up, and fall off the tree, because you know you're going to make room for new buds, and that is exactly the reason you're getting this Death card. You need to make room for something else. And so I'm catching you, Gemini, at a point that might seem a little foggy for you because you're too close to it. You're in it, right? It's like coming up, like looking at a photograph and you just see all the pixels, right? Digital photograph, I guess. And then when you step back, or like a Monet, if you're an art appreciator, and you step back and it starts to become a picture, okay? So that's where we're going, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. So we start in this place where there's a little disappointment, a little confusion, prioritizing, but yet like there's a real responsible energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, I might be talking to somebody who's got kids, somebody who's trying to really see through the cloudiness, right? And make the right decisions with money, with career. This has affected your stability. There was something that you did not expect, maybe a certain surprise or deception, and you're getting communication coming towards you with the Knight of Swords very soon. And this is like, I have a feeling it's directly related to the Seven of Swords, this deception, okay? So deception, tarot has a way of making things look really dramatic. If you doubt that, look at the Tower card. I mean, actually look at what the Tower card is crazy. It's like fires and people are falling. But so don't be distracted by the drama of this. But look at these two cards, right? Swords. So deception can be the wool being pulled over your eyes. It can even be coming out of denial. But for a lot of you guys, you're going to be contacted very soon by somebody who's going to be, it's dramatic enough that it marks the end of something. That's when the Death card came out. Okay, so then of course there's the response to it, right? There's kind of like the Nine of Swords, overthinking, ruminating, possibly losing some sleep, some anxiety. That's natural. And then this is where it takes an interesting turn. And I'm so proud of you, Gemini, because King of Swords, this is the moment where somebody has already pushed you off your equilibrium. You had a little bit of this, our Nine of Swords, and now you've righted yourself up. And not only are you standing straight up, but you're in a wide stance and nobody's going to fuck with you, Gemini. You are taking the position of the King of Swords. Nobody FUCKs with the King of Swords, just as a rule. I mean, take a look at him. But he has the ability to absolutely remove all emotion from a situation and see it black and white. Sorry for the loud noises. Oh, it's hailing. Okay, that makes sense. I'll have to try to dull it down in my editing, but bear with me because hail never lasts very long around here. And this is where your King of Swords is taking you. Empress. So now King of Swords could be you collaborating with a lawyer, an advisor, right? Because these are people who are literally hired to take the emotion out and look at the strategy of the situation. But you're going to good places. So you had a little bit of this. Who gives a crap? This is where you're going. Two of Wands. You're looking out towards the world. You're asking yourself, what do I have to offer this world and what does it have to offer me back? That's why he's holding a globe in his hand. The globe, it represents all of his knowledge, all of his experiences. There's a sense of accumulation. There's a sense of a fork in the road. Up until now, what have I learned about life? Now, how can I apply it differently? This is kind of like, it goes along with sayings that we usually have around, I've come this far, haven't I? Or what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. We have a lot of different sayings that depict these moments in life. And then you got the High Priestess. You've got the Four of Swords. This is the point where everything slows down. Is it Nemo in the Matrix? Remember the Matrix? Where everything slows down and he's just slowly kind of dodging the bullets, okay? This is pretty badass. You're going to be fine. So Gemini, if you have not reached this point yet and you're still maybe in this point, Nine of Swords, don't you worry, babe. You're going to be fine. If you're working with a lawyer, if you're working with an advisor, cool. It's great. It's a great move. If this is you and you're just very much head focused, cool, keep going. We're going to touch back on that in the extended. We'll get advice. I feel like I have to start yelling. But isn't this the perfect weather for your reading? I mean, it's intense. Gemini, I know you can dig it. Okay, we're going to get into love. We'll put these cards aside. Whew. I'm feeling out of breath. Like a little of a cleanse over here. A little excited. Okay. Maybe it's that third shot of espresso. I was a barista once. Santa Cruz Coffee Roasting Company. Has anybody been there? I wonder if it's still there. I used to take the extra shots. When people would say, I just want 1 shot or I just want 3 shots, I would take that extra shot. I remember I got up to like 12 shots of espresso. I was 18. I didn't know any better. Getting heart palpitations. Scaring the customers. Hi, what do you want? Learned the hard way. All right, love for my Geminis. We have King of Pentacles. How interesting that we started your money reading with Queen of Pentacles and your love reading with the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're in a no bullshit place in your life. Like, power might go out. Love for my Geminis. There it is. I love the sound of thunder, don't you? Don't take it as an omen. I know somebody's thinking about it. Don't even. This is moody. Think of a Van Morrison song. Hey, where do we go? days when the rains came. Okay, we have King of Pentacles. We have the healing card of the Six of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. Healing, putting down a burden, an old chapter. Maybe this came with a lot of integrity, this chapter. Maybe it came with obligation. We have another character here. This is the Queen of Wands. Somebody else we're talking about. And then we have the Two of Swords. And the hail dies down. And this is a decision that you have to make. It's not very easy. She's blindfolded because she can't feel and see her intuition. She can't see or feel the right choice to make. The blindfold, though, was blinding her. It's fear. If she took it off, she'd see, oh, the light of the moon is right there. It's been shining right behind me the whole time. So we'll touch on that. First, we're going to get some more cards to clarify. So who's this King of Pentacles? This is either probably you or somebody else, I'm guessing. Roles could be reversed, but my Gemini, King of Pentacles, flipping been offline. We've got the Eight of Cups. I'll take note of that. Okay, something's being revealed here. King of Pentacles. Ah, okay. It's a good reveal. Oh boy. Six of Swords. Why is that upside down? Okay, somebody's withholding, not talking. Maybe this is a no contact situation. They're being withholding, focusing on their healing. It's for good reason. They're focusing on their healing. Ten of Wands. Wow, when you least expect it, something special happens. Two of Cups. Okay. This is getting very interesting. Sorry to be a cruel tease, Gemini. I'm kind of talking to myself, aren't I? But I promise, I just want to get a very thorough interpretation for you. Who is this? One sec. Somebody got mad at me for licking my fingertips. That person needs to go away. So it's what I have to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give myself COVID. I haven't been around anybody today. Leave me alone. All right. Lastly, Two of Swords. This hard decision to make, Gemini. There it is. The Tower card, but upside down. Okay, Ten of Swords. This is dramatic reading, y'all. Two of Swords. I feel like you are, again, I'm putting the horse before the cart a little bit, but I'm still skipping to the end a little bit. But like, I just want to say, there's a sense of dodging a bullet here. Things could be worse. There was an ending here, but I feel like you're giving yourself a hard time. Somebody's giving themselves a hard time as if they could have changed it. As if, like, but I feel like they know it could have been worse. I think that they, like you or them, knows, whoever this is, they know that, oh man, you keep ruminating or considering, should I have made a different choice? But at the same time, there's a sense of like, yeah, it just kind of, this ending might have been the best option, because I think it would have been worse, even though this version of it wasn't ideal. This version of the Ten of Swords wasn't ideal. But let me, before I say that it's completely ended, this is more complex than that. So we have the King of Pentacles. Something, and let me describe for you this individual. So you're going to recognize them as either yourself or another person here. Could be an earth sign, but they could just simply be taking this energy on of somebody who's not super fluffy, not in their feelings. They're very practical. They're very solid. They have a lot of integrity with their word, and they don't rush into decisions. They want to take their time, make sure it's a good investment. They almost look at love like an investment. Like, okay, well, if I'm going to put my time and energy into you, what's going to be the return here? And so, while they might not be like that in every aspect of their life, they are right now, and they are with love. So something's being revealed with this person. They're involved in something, the Seven of Swords in reverse. Something, like this is a wake-up call. But this is in a really good way, because we have the Star card. The Star card comes out when things, needed truths are seeing the light, but also somebody's character is coming to light. But in an honorable way, because it represents truth, and also it's kind of the mercy, the grace, and the hallelujah card of the deck. She's naked, and I had to draw a really crappy bathing suit on her because of the YouTube algorithm, but she's naked traditionally to depict, like, I have nothing to hide between me and God, or me and spirit. Like, this is, you get what you get. There's a transformation going on here with this individual. So this is something, this is like a revelation, something coming to light. Maybe they're realizing that they need to transform some aspect of their life, or they need to look at something. It's something that is undeniable because it's being revealed. This is definitely an undeniable truth that it's attached to. And we have here the healing card of the Six of Swords. This could even include therapy, but a lot of times, I mean, it can even be getting help from other people. But I do think, regardless, it's this energy, whoever is doing this healing is pulling all of their energy in. They need it all, because this is self-protection, especially in a love reading. The Four of Pentacles, they don't have enough to go around. That's why they're hugging on to every pentacle. And the Ace of Swords, they're not talking. This is, they're pulling in all their resources, licking their wounds, and maybe because they need to. This does look like there's a lot of integrity here, I gotta say. What's interesting is right at the turning point of your tarot reading, right in the center, we have this Ten of Wands. This is undeniably an end of a chapter of sorts. So up until now, things have been going a certain way, and this is definitely the fork in the road where things have to change. And it's not a subtle energy. Everybody who's involved knows that. So the question is, at times like these in life, things either kind of, they last or they don't. Either people change and it's like a leveling up. It is fully snowing. We have gone from sunshine right before I started this video to thunder and lightning to hail to snow. What the F-U-C-K? I hope you're smiling. This is epic. Ten of Wands, the close of this chapter. This is where it might be surprising. There's a twist. The Page of Cups is always a twist. Delight where you least expect it. The fish jumping out of a goblet. Would you ever expect one to be in there? No, but could it live? Yes, it could. In a goblet of water? Absolutely. So here it comes jumping out, this lovely twist. This flirty twist, I could say. Two of Cups follows it. Two of Cups is a soulmate card. And then we've got hard work, intention, putting all one's effort into something new. What we are seeing here, Gemini, is a major leveling up. It's almost a spiritual love reading. Somebody's pulled in their energies. Somebody's been like, nope, nope. If this is you, the King of Pentacles, who's kind of seeing truth, you've reached a point where you're like, I can no longer deny certain things that I need. And up until now, maybe I was able to frickin' pretend, but no longer. Star card transition with the transformational card of the Temperance. You are focusing on you 100%, pulling it all in, focusing on healing. You might be doing a lot of reflecting. You might be journaling. You might be talking to a therapist. You might be getting involved with a meditation group, a yoga group, whatever it is. You're investing in yourself. That's why you're coming out as an investor. Somebody who doesn't dilly-dally. You're not even in your fluffy, lovey-dovey space in your love reading. But that's coming. That's coming. But that's not where we start in your love reading. You're pulling it all in. You're not talking about it. You don't have enough right now to give. You need to focus on yourself. Now, if that is not you, then you got a little insight with this person that you're involved with. And I hope it was helpful. But the 10 of Wands is a turning point, putting down this chapter. Love as you've known it is changing. Delightful twist. And there's this deep devotional hard work card. So somewhere in here, you are undeniably getting a vision of love. It's that old Mariah Carey song. I had a vision of love. Da, 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 da. A vision of love. You go listen to that. That's kind of cool. It's throwback 90s. We've got another character here. This is the Queen of Wands. Somebody from your past collaborating. Okay, if you don't know this person, then this is a person who feels like you've known them forever, because we have the 6 of Cups, which is a happy memory nostalgic card. This is either somebody you go way back with. Maybe it's somebody you've known, maybe an old classmate, who knows? Somebody, an old playmate, who knows? But we've got the 3 of Pentacles. This is collaborating. So this can be online dating. This can be people, hooking you guys up. But this could also be therapy. Like there is a big healing and leveling up component to this love reading. So either way, there's more than one effort sharing the goal of creating happiness here. This is the 9 of Cups, and that is very self-satisfied happiness. This is kind of the happiness that you get when you can give yourself a pat on the back, when you say, man, I'm really glad I did that. So now we reach this really fascinating. I know we're getting a little bit long here, you guys. You don't want to sit around forever, but I really need to dive into this before we go to the extended. What is the 2 of Swords? This decision, make it clear. Abundance. Oh, the Death card. Another Death card. The Abundance card of the Empress. I don't think you're going to have to worry about making the decision. I think if you are the King of Pentacles, who's pulling in all that energy, self-preservation and healing, and you're not saying anything, but inside you got this hamster running around on the wheel, going back and forth. What should I do? Did I make the right decision? It feels like I've dodged maybe a bullet. Something worse could have occurred, but there's this ending that it's attached to. Has that ending already happened for you, Gemini? Maybe for some of you guys it has. But I feel like there's this very quiet place. Like you're not doing anything on the outside, but it feels like this tough decision. I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to decide, do I really let this die? Well, it's died the way you've known it. It already died the way you've known it. And maybe at the perfect timing, because I think it could have. Sometimes when we don't listen to the natural flow of life, that's when tower moments happen. It's like the time I broke my frickin' foot in 2 places. I didn't want to go to work. I was rushing and I should have called in sick, but I didn't listen to all these things. Rolled my ankle, broke 2 bones in my foot, couldn't go anyway. So we all have stories like that. That's the tower moment in life. So instead of making a move, you are this person who's been not talking, have avoided a tower moment. And in fact, what's happening, you guys, is Death card. This chapter needed to die off. So let it, sweetheart. Just let it. Because something else is coming. I just got a big, huge shiver. Abundance, the Empress. This is sexy. The Empress is the Marilyn Monroe of the deck, but also she's the only pregnant card to depict the fact that something so small could grow so large. Something you could underestimate. This is a new beginning. This is a new start, but you don't have to worry about anything. If you're the person who's being quiet, just go ahead, be quiet. Focus on your healing. You've got something coming towards you, and it's sparking enthusiasm. This is contagious. This might even be a one-night stand, so be careful. We got the, we got that, I wouldn't say player energy. It's just so much enthusiasm, so much passion, open-mindedness. I feel like if you've been in kind of a calcified, closed off, brittle state, that's okay. That's okay, because I think that this is going to catch fire in you. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to make you glow. Oh, I just realized that there's a card that had dropped and I didn't see it. The Hierophant. This is marriage. This is institutions we subscribe to. This is also the way we commit ourselves. So it looks, Gemini, like you've got a fresh commitment of sorts coming around the corner. With who, I can't tell you. That's up to you. All of you are in different scenarios. But I'm going to go on to the extended. I hope this was enjoyable, and even more so, I hope it was helpful. Please consider subscribing and liking the video. Thank you for being through the craziest weather with me. It's still snowing. Bye-bye.